Yo, what's going on, guys? Reversal here, and today I'm going to be doing a test hands / combo video for the Dinosaur deck that I posted the other day. If you haven't already watched that deck profile, I would definitely recommend checking it out so you can see what's in the list, since the list I'm going to be using for this test hands video is the same from that video. So if you haven't watched that deck profile already, I'll leave a link to it in the description so you can check it out. But yeah, with this video, I just want to do some test hands, kind of run through how I would play the hands out, since I feel like with this deck, a lot of it is like sequencing, like how you start your initial plays, because that's what helps you like determine like what hand traps you can beat, and then you have to decide which route you want to take, what end board you want to make, and things along that lines, which I feel like a lot of people could use when it comes to this deck to help improve with it, since you do have to play this deck at a like pretty competent level to be able to do well with it, since it's like not a meta deck, obviously. But yeah, I feel like something like this will be helpful to people trying to learn how to play the deck in a more like optimal fashion. So figured it'd be a good video to make. Before I get into the test hands and stuff, if you're interested in this Dinosaur playmat or the sleeves, check out finalsaga.de. And if you decide to buy anything, use my code reversal10 for 10% off your order. That helps me directly, so definitely check them out. And they also have like other mats and sleeves and binders, etc. over there as well. And they have a newish anime Orca set, which has some cool stuff in it, like these gold-plated Egyptian god cards. And then it has 3 different anime-style decks for the characters, which is they have Kaiba, Yugi, and Merrick. And then they have like these cool anime sleeves as well. And the deck boxes, which is those 3 characters that I mentioned, which is on the front, and then there's additional like artwork on the inside. So they got some cool stuff over there. Definitely check them out. And like I said, if you do decide to buy anything, use my code for the discount. But yeah, with that being said, to start doing some test hands. Alright, so I'm not sure how many of these hands I'm going to do, but I'll just start doing them and then we'll go from there. Since some of the hands, there's not really going to be a whole lot to talk about, since they're like generic 2-card combos. And if you don't have like any other options, you just have like the one way you can play the hand and that's it. So I'm only going to kind of go over and run through the ones where you actually have decisions to make, since that's where like the sequencing can come into play. But yeah, let's do a few and see how it goes. Has double sleeves since this is max rarity, so a little harder for me to shuffle, since my other decks I don't bother double sleeving. Okay, it should be good. So started off, we got Emperor, Lost World, Small World, UCT, and Ground Xeno. So obviously you don't have combo with this hand as it is, but since we're playing the Small World and we have something that we can use, this can get you to either a baby or an Ovi, whichever one you decide to go for. If you want to go for the full ceiling combo that I showed off in the last deck profile, you can go for baby here to do with the Ground Xeno, and then you have the Lost World to kind of help protect from certain things. But if you want to go for a safer play, if you get drolled on this Small World search, for example, you want Ovi, since Ovi plus Lost World functions pretty well under droll, since you could at least set up the Meteorus into the Lars plus a rank 4. So if you want to respect droll, you can go for Ovi here, and to do that you would use the UCT and then just bridge it with like a baby or a petite, since these only share dinosaurs with each other, and so do these. And if you want to go for the full board, you could do instead, you could do like Doggerin, since these only share being dinosaurs as well, and then you could grab a baby. So after that, you only have the one line of play. So, but that's like how Small World kind of helps tie everything together, and then you pick your combo and you go from there. Like these other ones would be gone, and then you just do the 2-card combo that you want to do. So get into hand number 2. I really need to get some new over sleeves. These are pretty old at this point, so they're kind of dull. All right, hand number 2. We got baby, flag, Ovi, Ash, and Archosaur. So with this hand, you already have the flag, so you don't need to go into the Banshee route. You have 2 different combos you could do, whether it's Ovi baby or Archosaur baby. It doesn't really matter which one you go for, since they pretty much do the same thing, but I'd rather go with the Archosaur one, since if I'm going to have one of these 2 in hand afterwards, I'd rather it be an Ovi, because Archosaur is kind of useless the next turn, and Archosaur gets more bodies in the banish piles, so it helps with your Nemesis cards as well. So we'll start off with the Archosaur, pop the baby, add pill, and baby is going to search an Ovi, or summon an Ovi. And then we're going to activate our Oviraptor to search for Misk. So from here you can link off the Archosaur to the Anima, activate your Misk, banish the Misk and the Archosaur. For Petite, so you want to go for Petite here since you already have your Nemesis flag. We don't need to go into a rank 4 to get the Banshee, so you want to summon the Petite. So now you can use Ovi, pop the Petite, bring back the baby, and then the Petite is going to summon the Meteors from deck. So we have to wait to use the Meteors lock, or the pop, because it locks you until later in the combo. So at this point, you can go ahead and use your flag to put the Misk back in deck. And then the flag is going to search for the corridor. And you can see, since we started off with the normal summon Archosaur, we already have another card banished. So we don't need to go out of our way to get anything banished from here. But at this point, you have a couple different things you could do, but with these extra bodies, you're basically just going to go into like an SP or an Appaloosa every time. So with this one, you probably just want to link these 2 off to an SP. And what you can do is use SP to banish the flag, since the corridor can just add it back for free, so that's something you could do. Then throw your flag out, or the corridor out, but put in the Archosaur back, and then now you can go into your Colossus, so now you have your pill, your Meteors, and your baby for your last couple things you have to do. So we're going to use the Meteors to pop the baby now. This is going to summon out Frostosaurus, and then the baby is going to trigger. It's going to summon Misk from deck. So now you have the Misk for next turn. And then from here, go into your rank 4 and your rank 6. Go into Dolka and Lars. And then you can use your pill. Now this would go back to hand from the corridor's other effect. And you could banish, doesn't really matter between these. And you can summon your conductor from deck. So this was like a cool showcase of what happens when you have either Meteors in your hand or the Nemesis cards in your hand, to where these boards can go. Because now you have 4 negates here, a Book of Eclipse, a Colossus, which is a floodgate, and then Little Knight, which is another disruption. And then you have an Ashen Hand as well. And you have Ovi for follow-up. You have a Misk as material for follow-up. You have this flag that you could just pop with Conductor if you need to. And then if you don't, it's just another body next turn. So this is like ideally what you want the end board to look like when everything kind of works together. So that was pretty like good showcase of what the deck's trying to do with like the extra engines being added. So let's do another one. So we got Ground Xeno, Fenrir, Petite, Meteors, and UCT. So there's not like a whole lot to really go over with this one. You just summon your Fenrir. If you want to respect roll, don't use this first, obviously. And you can use your Ground Xeno, pop the Petite, and you're gonna have to get Frostosaurus since you already have this. And then just summon the Obi, get a baby, and then do the combo. Another one. We got Ghost Bell, Imperm, Rex, Prosperity, and Flag. So it's not very good since you don't have combo here. You can salvage like a decent end board though, as long as we hit off the Prosperity. So for this, I'll get rid of Dwellers since we're not going to use that. These because we're going first. You don't need the Banshee since you already have Flag. And you can get rid of Appaloosa. And then you can get rid of Abyss Actor, you can get rid of Link Spider, you can get rid of Donner. A lot of things you probably aren't going to need with this this hand. So we'll just get rid of the Abyss Actor. Alright, so you hit an Ovi already, that's good. Alright, so we're just going to take the Ovi here. Alright, so what we can do is use the Ovi, add Misk. We can use the Misk, banish it for 1 to summon Archosaur. Archosaur, pop the Rex, add Pill. Alright, so now you got an Ovi, an Archosaur, and a Rex Engrave with Pill and Flag still in hand. So what you can do here is just use your Flag by putting the Mist back. Now we're going to search for a Corridor. So I think you can really see the banish, but there's no cards in our banish that are face up at the moment, so we're going to need to get one in there to get the Corridor live, which we have Pill for that. We have SP that we can go into if we really need to. So like you could wipe the Archosaur off. into the anima and then just go into an SP. And then you could SP banish. You could banish the flag just to get it engraved, just because you can add it back for free. And you can use your pill for the anima and the Rex. Summon UCT. Or you could summon Pink here since you don't like have any extra bodies. Then the Rex will come back. You could overlay into a rank 4. I usually like to make YUGIOH with the Colossus boards, just because if you don't, you could lose really hard to like a talents. But you could go for Dolka as well if you're not worried about that. And you're gonna put back the corridor, or the anima for corridor, and just add this back to hand. So now you have something for the conductor to pop. And then we're gonna make the Colossus. So even though that hand was like not like a combo technically, like it was like a really scuffed like combo with Rex and Obi, since we opened the corridor or the flag, it ended up being nice, and you ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different things that can stop your opponent. 7 if you go for Dolka. So it's a lot of disruptions. It's kind of why I like the Nemesis cards so much. Like as long as you just have Misk, you just get them live so early. In worst case, you can end on just a Colossus and maybe like an SP, and that's can be enough to just win you the game, since Colossus kind of walls out a lot of decks by itself. So just kind of do a couple hands. I'm probably not gonna run through the combo for the next couple, but all right. So here we got Fenrir and a 2-card combo. So just summon your Fenrir and then do the combo. Don't search for Fenrir before you do this if you want to respect roll. Alright, so this hand, as it is not combo, but we have Fenrir and Lost World, so any Dinosaur becomes a combo line with that. If we get a baby, we have Ground Xeno plus baby, and then we have Lost World as well. And then we have Pill, so it's not ideal since we don't like, it's not live right now. So I'm gonna start off with the Prosperity. I'm gonna go for 6 again. So usually you can get rid of these two when you're going first. It's not a big deal. The Dweller again. We're gonna need the Donner, so we're gonna keep that. Get rid of the Bisector and the Appaloosa, I guess. For the last one, I'm not sure if we're gonna need Link Spider for this combo. It might be helpful if you get nibbed, but you could get rid of the Link Spider, or you can get rid of one of the rank 4s that you're not gonna go into. But just get 6 off the top. So we have Fossil Dig, which gets you any dino, so I guess this would be a good time to have shown off the Fenrir Lost World Dino combo, but since we got Fossil Dig, this can just get you to an Obi or a baby, and you could just do the 2-card line with Obi Lost World or Crown Baby. So it's the same as pretty much the first hand that it did, where you just kind of pick which one you want to do and then go from there. Do another one. Got pink, Fossil Dig, Giant Rex, Frostosaurus, Lost World. So sand isn't very good, but you have Fossil Dig to get you OV, and then you have combo still, so I guess I can play this one out too, just to show what OV Lost World looks like, since it is a little better in this compared to like the Meteors like standalone list. So you can do the OV. Get Mist, can give them a token. Just throw that there. Let's see, what is this? Yeah, we can throw that there. So you can activate Mist, but don't use the second effect yet, since you need a Dino engraved to use your OV. So we're going to use OV to pop and protect the token. Dump a baby. Summon a baby. Now we can use the Mist engrave for 1. Summon Archosaur, pop the baby, add pill, and then your baby is going to summon from deck. So since we already have Rex in hand, we're gonna just summon another Ovi. Overlay for Banshee, detach 1. Add the flag. You can summon the flag, put the Mist back. So then you're going to add the corridor. So from here you have to decide if you want to end on SP with your Conductor and your Colossus, or if you'd rather make an Appaloosa. The only thing with the Appaloosa is it is losing 500 attack because of the Lost World. So it will end up having 1 less negate because of that. But it's still probably better than SP in terms of disruptions. So what you can do is link these 2 off. If you want to go into SP, you can just go into SP, but then the extra bodies you get, you can't really do anything with, since you don't have like another good link 2 to go into, and you wouldn't have a zone with this anyway. So let's go into the Reaperdocus and then use pill. So pill, we have this and this we could banish. And both of these are going to come back, and you're going to summon UCT from deck. So now we need to get another card in the banish pile if we want to use the corridor and still end on Appaloosa. So could do these 2 into an SP, and SP banish anything. It's probably just OV since that's the best top deck. And then put this back. Summon this, and you either can just go into Appaloosa here with these, or you can make the Colossus first, and then if they nib you, you can tag out with SP, but I don't think anyone's gonna really do that this late into the combo. I feel like you're gonna get nibbed before that. So yeah, if you want to end on SP, you could just leave it like this, or you could get rid of all these for an Appaloosa. And like I said, it's going to be losing attack, so it's not as good as it could be, but it's still decent. Like OV Lost Worlds, typically, like, you don't get as good at end board since you're missing that extra body from the extra baby. So you can either go for something like this, or you can go for the the Lars plus Dolka, and that would be it. So it's still a little better than that, but you can go either or with the Ovi Lost World. So I'll do another one. Ground Xeno, Fenrir, Lost World, Fenrir, Frostosaurus. So, sounds pretty trash. But it could probably end up doing something. It just wouldn't be very good. Like Fenrir, you only play 2, so you don't search another one. Use Lost World. Go Ground Xeno. Add this. And I don't know if we're even going to be able to end up using the Meteorus effect, to be honest, but you could get rid of the Fenrir just to be safe, I guess. So then on res, this will summon, and you can give your opponent a token. So from here, you can go into link 2 to the Donner, and you can use the Donner to pop and protect the token. So I'm gonna dump a baby. Your baby's gonna summon you an Ovi, and then your Ovi is going to search. So you could search for either Misk or a baby here, but to be safe, just want to get Misk. So use the Misk here, and then this is where you can decide if you want to go for the Banshee line or if you want to go for the Lars. Because if you want to go for Lars, you already have the Meteorus here, so you could just banish these 2, then summon from deck another baby or petite, and then, or actually you want to summon baby if you're going to do that, because then, you know, Ovi, pop the baby, bring back the Meteorus, and then the baby's going to summon you another baby, and then you'll end on rank 4, rank 6. But let's say that you want to go for the Banshee line, which in that case you would have wanted to pop the Frostosaurus instead of the Fenrir, since it's better to just have a Fenrir in hand than the vanilla that's not going to do anything. So what you can do here is banish 2 for a baby, then Ovi, pop the baby, bring back the other baby, baby summon Archosaur from deck, add pill, and then or pop the baby and add pill, and then summon Rex. Now you can go into your Banshee line, detach, flag, put back the Mist, summon the flag, add corridor, so from here I think we're just gonna do the same thing as last time. So yeah, it's pretty much the same as the Ovi Lost World in terms of the bodies you have, since this is literally the exact same that we had with the last combo I did. So nothing really changes. You just pick if you want SP or Appaloosa, and then you end on the same board as before. So yeah, it kind of shows how the Fenrir and the Donner can be useful though. when you have like those weird hands that aren't like actual dino combos, but can still end up getting you there. This video is probably ending up longer than I wanted it to be, but I'll just do a couple of test hands without kind of like showing the combos now, just because I feel like I showed like some of the important stuff. Like if you open a 3-card with like a Nemesis, or if you open just Obi Lost World, or just the Fenrir Donner line. So I feel like that was good to show. So this hand, this is fine. Like you have Prosperity for 6, and then you could banish like the usual stuff that you can get rid of, and then you have Small World as well. So you went for 6. You have these. You can get Ground Xeno if you want, because you already have the babies, and then you could Small World to get rid of the additional baby to get you like an Ovi or a Misk, and then you'll have 2 different ways. So if your Misk gets ashed, then you still have Ground Xeno to extend with. Let's do another one. So we got Fossil Dig, Prosperity, Doggerin, Bell, and Meteorus. So you just need to hit any dino card off the Prosperity and you're good. Or you could Fossil Dig first, but you can just Prosperity first just so you know what you want to Fossil Dig into. So you got Baby with this, and then you can dig into Misk, and then you have the pretty much a 3-card combo. So as long as the Misk resolves, then you get to trigger the Meteorus, and then you get to go into the Banshee line in addition to having the Lars, so that's pretty good. You just have a Ghost Spell to back it up. So with the Small World there, you can use the baby and then just bridge it with an Archosaur to get you into the Misk, by the way. So this hand isn't great, but it's still Small World into using the Pank to get you into an Ovi. So you can either use the Ovi to grab the Misk and then just do Misk, pop this, and then you have a rank 4 Conductor. You can go into your Banshee line. So it's not the worst. And then you have an Imperm, so definitely could be worse. That's the good thing about some of those like scuffed hands where all you can get is like the rank 4 plus Conductor. Instead of just having like a Dolka or a Lagia, you get to use the Banshee to get you Colossus access, and then you just have extra bodies so you can get like SP or sometimes Appaloosa with those kind of hands, which is nice. A couple more. So this, you have the 2-card combo, the Lost World, which doesn't really help you play through anything with this combination. But what you can do here, if you want to be able to play through hand traps better, is use the Small World to get rid of your extra Conductor. This plays into Droll harder, but plays better into some other stuff. You usually would get rid of Archosaur, but you want to keep one in deck for this, so we're going to get rid of Petite. And we'll grab Misk. So if you opt to do this way you can start with the Misc, and then if they ash it, you still have Archosaur to normal summon Papa Baby and combo, which is nice, and then you already used the Misc, so you're safe from imperm and stuff like that as well. So even though it does feel bad to get rid of the conductor and just like go minus a card, being able to do that and get you this Misc helps you play through so many hand traps, which if you didn't do that, you're losing to one Ash, you're losing to one imperm. So that's why I think Small World is good in this list, especially when you have all those extra cards that you can bridge away if you draw them. But that's the main reason why it's in the deck right now. There's so many hand traps, and you really just need to see Misc. Because like that hand was a perfect example. Like it went from playing through no hand traps to playing through Ash and all the other imperms and stuff. So there's a big deal between opening Misc and not opening Misc. So this hand, you have a 2-card combo, either or with these plus the baby. I usually like to start with the Archosaur when you have a hand like this, since I'd rather have the Ovi in hand when it's all done than an Archosaur. So I'll just do one more. I feel like we've done enough hands at this point. The video's probably like pretty long at this point. Let's give it one more cut. Nice. So that's a good way to end it. We finally got a really bad hand. This just doesn't do anything, obviously. Just set the imperm in the call by and pray, and then top deck into another shitty card. So yeah, that's gonna happen with Dino sometimes, but it is what it is. For the most part, you get playable hands, but sometimes that happens. But yeah, hopefully this video was helpful to anyone trying to kind of learn what to do with certain hands. Let me know if you like this type of video, and I'll try to do more in the future. These kind of videos are a little harder for me since I just do all this with just my phone, so it's a lot harder when you have to constantly be like editing more stuff together, since it's, you know, it's hard to do with the phone. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Have a good one. Peace.